The plans to reopen the country are close to being finalized, and we will soon be sharing details and new guidelines with everybody. I will be speaking to all 50 governors very shortly, and I will then be authorizing each individual governor of each individual state to implement a reopening and a very powerful reopening plan of their state at a time and in a manner as most appropriate. The day will be very close because certain states, as you know, are in much different condition and in a much different place than other states. It's going to be very, very close, maybe even before the date of May 1st. So that will be for some states. Actually, there are over 20 that are in extremely good shape, and we think we're going to be able to get them open fairly quickly, and then others will follow. The federal government will be watching them very closely, and we'll be there to help. We'll be there to help in many different ways, as we've been, where we built hospital beds at a number that nobody's ever seen before, where we did the ventilators that we just discussed at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Nobody can even believe. Other foreign countries, even powerful countries, can't believe what we were able to do with ventilators. Big, powerful countries, big producing countries can't believe what we were able to do. We will hold the governors accountable. But again, we're going to be working with them to make sure it works really well.
You mentioned that you're going to be speaking with all the governors
Yes.
tomorrow. Make recommendations.
On probably Thursday.
On Thursday. What if they don't listen to you or take your advice or obey you? Will you consider taking away their federal funding?
I don't want to say that. They'll listen. They'll be fine. I think we're going to have a good relationship. They need the federal government, not only for funding, and I'm not saying take it away, but they need it for advice. They'll need maybe equipment that we have. We have a tremendous stockpile that we're in the process of completing. We're in a very good position. Again, the cupboard was bare when I got here. Nobody ever thought a thing, in all fairness to previous administrations, nobody ever thought anything like this was going to happen, but it did happen. No, the governors will be very, very respectful of the presidency. Again, this isn't me, this is the presidency. The presidency has such a great importance in terms of what we're doing. And you can talk about Constitution, you can talk about federalism, you can talk about whatever you want, but the best way, I'm talking now from a managerial standpoint, is to let individual governors run individual states and come to us if they have difficulty, and we will help them. Yeah, John?
You talked about having testing and tracing equipment and the facility for that in place to open up the government. Dr. Fauci said this morning that critical testing and tracing ability does not currently exist.
Well, I don't know. Look, I don't know. Hey, John, I don't know what he said.
My question is, will it exist by May 1st?
The individual governors have testing. The individual governors, we have many forms of testing, and new testing is being developed. Our country has to get open, and it will get open, and it'll get open safely and hopefully quickly. Some areas quicker than other areas, but there is tremendous testing, and the governors will use whatever testing is necessary. And if they're not satisfied with their testing, they shouldn't open, but they'll use whatever testing is necessary.